Good morning, Jake Cagle, Operations for California Incident Management Team 4. It's August 8th. The Dixie fire is currently 463,477 acres. So we're going to start down here off the 70, working our way through Bucks Lake and Silver Lake. Everything remains in its current footprint. Crews continue to work this area. We do have a crew that we shoved up in here from another section just to get this Silver Lake piece locked off. We're looking at about a 24-hour, and that should be all good to go. Of course, you guys here in Meadow Valley and Bucks Lake are back into a warning, so no major issue through there with fire behavior, but we will continue to have 24-hour oversight through there. Continuing up through Butterfly Valley, Spanish Creek, Butterfly Valley, and Reinhardt Meadows, everything remains in its current footprint. As we come up just south of Taylorsville and working into Crescent Mills, everything remains in its current footprint. Again, a couple shifts ago, crews worked really hard to keep it out of Crescent Mills, so no issues to the town of Crescent Mills. Continue to have that oversight through there. Going up through Indian Valley and Forgay Point, everything remains in a direct line. We have dozer line around all of that goes up to Peck's Valley and coming over towards what we're calling our Evans or over by Evans Peak. Everything remains in its current footprint. So what crews are still doing out here is just focusing on structure prep out here. This activity here off of what we're calling the Moonlight Finger up through Moonlight Valley remains pretty active, remained active all through the night. So what we're looking at today is weather-wise, unfortunately that inversion's going to lift, and we're getting back into that pattern from the 4th and the 5th when we had those significant runs through Greenville and through Canyon Dam. So we're definitely not out of the woods. We're going to have a challenge day to day. We're expecting the inversion to lift around 1 o'clock or so. So we expect to see increased behavior once the smoke inversion lifts. Now with that, as I've talked about, it's a double-edged sword. So with that, we'll be able to use aircraft. We'll have clean air to work aircraft. So we'll be focusing that on the Moonlight Valley and Karen Butte, and all the Round Mountain Reservoir upper piece. We'll be focusing on that. What we do have, and you can kind of see it in a grayscale here, but this is the sheep fire up through Indicator Peak and Bear Valley and Diamond Mountain. We have crews up here working, doing structure prep through here, but the plan is to run it into the sheep fire. So we do have a little bit of reprieve there. Also, we have the hog fire up top over on Goat Mountain and Crazy Harry Gulch. So we do have some reprieve there. And then, of course, down to the east, we have the Walker fire from 2019 over by Rattlesnake Ravine and Babcock Meadows. So we do have those to help, but there's potential for it to sneak around in between the gap of the sheep fire as well as the gap of the Walker fire. So we're doing everything we can. This piece here in Moonlight Valley, again, like I said, has been active. So we'll work that with helicopters and air tankers if we do get the clear air. Moving up top, as I talked about, Mountain Meadows, we worked yesterday. We went direct on all this piece, and we've tied it in to just the southern end of the sheep fire. We'll continue to have oversight in there through today. What we'll be focusing on today over by Dyer Mountain, coming down just south of the Mountain Meadows Reservoir, we're going to continue to work this piece. A reminder, this blue section here that you see, this is just a cultural site, so we have to mitigate some measures and be very light on the land, not to impact the cultural site there. So we'll be focusing on that today to get this piece tied back into Hans Meadow. Everything from Hans Meadow around back to the 147 is tied in. It has dozer line all the way around it. All the prep is complete. Structure prep is complete on the 147 up to Little Dyer Mountain area. Now, I know there was a lot of questions as we talked about when we had that run, devastational loss in Canyon Dam. People were asking specifically below that, Big Meadow, the Big Meadow Road, that is all under the west zone, so you're going to have to get info. We have all of our folks working to the east of that, so I don't want to give you false information. So please go to the Facebook page, Dixie Fire West, Cal Fire, and they'll talk about that. So again, we're expecting a critical fire weather day today around 1 o'clock when the smoke inversion does lift. We'll update you tonight. Have a good day. Thank you.